All right. They posted this car online. It's on Craigslist. She used to camp a lot with it, and she says the radiator blew out and he overheated on her, and they told her he needed head gaskets. She lost the keys. Then she found the keys. She gave me the keys, and the keys, they don't have a key fob. You can run them without a key fob, which is this one. They bypassed it. It's being bypassed. So I tried that key and it actually starts. So we're good with that. Now the issue is she cannot find the title. And she posted it for $1,000. And now she went to go look for the title. We went down to $400. But now she can't find the title, and I don't know if I want to buy it without the title. It's under her name. She showed me all the paperwork. So, but other than that, it seems like it's a good buy. These things still worth, I don't know, not worth, but they still sell for $3,500, $4,000. So at $400, I agreed. He needs a good detail, but that's about it. So yeah. Okay, so this is Sydney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sydney, she was a previous owner, and you said, how'd you get it?
Yeah, so it was my mom's originally. She got it back in 2008, 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I moved up to Oregon, she transferred it over to me. So yeah, it's been around for sure.
And you say you used it for pretty much hiking, camping, and all that stuff?
Yep, lots of hiking, lots of camping.
Outdoor, what's it called? Sportsman or something like that?
Yep, lots of, outdoor time. Gosh, I mean, when we were little kids, we were in this car. We've driven it from Oregon to California countless times.
So that's why the California registration's still in there?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and give it a full detail, get it fixed, get it running, obviously get the title for it. And then I'll probably send you the link when the video gets uploaded.
That'd be great.
All right.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much.
I'm going to get your cash, and then I'm ready to head out.
Great. Okay.
You good?
Great. Yeah, thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
See you later.
Yeah. All right, so there you guys go. That's a sign of a blown head gasket. You guys can see this thing, if it runs out of coolant, it runs fine, but once you add coolant like right now, you can see how it struggles to start, and that's because the water or the coolant is dripping into the cylinders. So it takes a while until it makes compression, and then it finally starts. But yeah, definitely has a blown head gasket. I don't know if it's a front or back, but I'm just gonna do both and go from there. And like I said, at the same time, before I take it all apart, I'm gonna test that. Alternator, because it could be a blown fuse, or it could be a bad alternator. So I'm gonna find out the issue with the alternator before I start taking it all apart. Okay, so after further diagnosing it and checking it out, the reason I like doing this is because now I know that it actually runs 100%. It had a blown fuse, and that's why the battery was not charging. You can see it there. It had a blown fuse. And what's weird about it, it's the fuse that it was popping, or it was popped. It goes here, and it says, let's see. It says AC inverter. AC inverter. The AC works fine. I don't know why it kept saying that, but now I can unplug the battery and it stays running. So now I know that it's running how it's supposed to. Everything's good. It has no water leaks, like you guys saw. It puffs like a fountain when you try to start it. Once it starts, it's steaming, because what is happening is some of the compression is coming to the coolant. So we know it has a head gasket issue. Now I know it charges the battery. Now I can take it all apart. Everything's fine. When I put it back, it should work the same. If I was to do it the way it was when it's not charging, a lot of times what causes, or you can pinch a wire, you can leave something unhooked, and you're not gonna know what you were doing because you didn't know if it was working before. So I like doing it this way. Now I know it runs good. Everything's fine. It just overheats. It doesn't overheat, actually. It's not overheating. But I know it's pressurizing the cooling system, so I know that it's eventually going to run out of coolant and it's going to overheat. To me, it just seems like it has a blown head gasket. I'm going to do the head gaskets, and then I'm going to fully detail it, and then we're just going to either drive it or post it up for sale. So stay tuned. So I'm here with Alex.
Yeah.
And he's telling me this story that he's saying he gave his buddy, what was it, 2012? 2012? 2013 Honda Civic SI.
It had a rough life, not
yeah?
gonna lie. A real rough.
But I mean, did it go with a new transmission or?
Oh yeah, new transmission, new clutch, CV axles.
For $2,000.
Wheel bearing. Basically, it's a good buddy. It lives in Portland, so. But I had into it. We kind of made a deal.
Yeah.
He has it, and then he repainted the whole car. It was rough. So he got fresh paint. Thing looks clean now.
Now? Yeah.
Oh yeah. She's
okay. And then this one just has a missing fourth gear. You said a synchro?
Yeah, I think the synchro
kicks it out, or it just would go in?
It started by kicking it out.
It started by kicking it out.
And then it just got to the point where I was like,
no fourth gear.
No. And then we just went, let's get a junkyard one. We got one for like $1,200 and just dropped it in.
Right. Man, that was still a good deal for $1,200.
Yeah, it took a while to finally find it.
Oh yeah.
And it actually shifts real smooth.
The one that's
in there.
The one that's in there.
So mechanically, that car is now sound. And it has the 2.4 in it.
Okay.
That's it. He just hadn't had a clutch in a while, so he really wanted a third pedal again.
Right.
So we worked out a deal where I was like, yeah, I've had my fun with it.
Yeah. No, the only thing.
So I have first gen Integris. That's usually what I work with. Well, the pop-up headlights.
Oh, the first gen,
yeah. 88 and an 89. There's no support in the aftermarket for them.
No, that's why that was my first one back in 2002. I think I had one. Yeah, and it wasn't.
That's what I learned how to drive on. So I'm just like, I have this sentimental attachment to the stuff. Okay. And then I got 05 TL with the 6-speed manual. Mm-hmm. And that thing. That's why I have that. And it was like the Civic, the Acura's so much nicer.
Yeah.
So.
What color is it?
They call it anthracite, I think. It's kind of like that Subaru.
Oh, okay.
It kind of looks.
Oh, because that one's nice too. That color.
Yeah, it's that body style.
Yeah. Okay. And you want $150 for it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that, and then throw it on the trailer, and I'll probably send you the link. That way, if you want to subscribe and check yourself out.
You said you're just basically gonna use the differential in it?
Well, I'm gonna part it out, I think.
Okay.
The thing is that with these casings, they're very hard to sell, so I'm probably I think I'll make more money off parting it out, like selling the diff, the tree and gears and everything. Yeah. So
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like you look at transmissions for a base model Civic, and for like $400 you can get whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then the SI, it's like everything is.
It's so expensive, yeah.
And then there's one place that I was trying to get a transmission from. If you didn't have a core, they're gonna charge you an extra $2,000.
Really?
Yeah, for a core, and I'm like, what? I'm going to eBay, and then it took a while to find a good one.
Yeah.
And I finally found one out of a wrecked Civic.
Yeah.
Because it's only for the SI.
Yeah, it's only for the SI.
And I think the TSX will have a similar transmission.
But the thing is, I don't think they align. The mounts are different.
Yeah.
You could have used the whole inner, but then when you go to the outers, they're different.
Yeah.
And I think the mechanical is different too.
But
yeah,
we finally found one and it worked out good with it. But yeah.
All right, sounds good. Esas pobrezas. ¿Por qué no pagases mejor 80, 90 dólares para que te las cortaran?
80 por cada cabeza. ¿Qué si ya está? Ya mero.
Mejor. You can clearly see the low spots right here. And right here is already Perfect. That's for a Subaru he got. I gotta do mine. He's gonna do that other one, and that other one's mine. We have more cylinders in the machine shop now. He bought this flipper. He bought this car, and you can see everything's brand new in it. The dude said they had just rebuilt the engine on it, and for some reason it blew gaskets, but we figured it out quick. The gaskets are brand new. Everything's brand new, belt, tensioner. But where they missed was, I think they used the cylinder heads and they didn't resurface them, because actually there's one left. I'll show you guys. It is very scratched. You can see that. It looks like they did it with the grinder. You catch it right there. So that's the way they did it. And I'm sure this cylinder is warped. This cylinder head is warped, and that's how they did it. So that's not how you do it. So we decided to do it this way. So yeah, that's not how you do it. You don't do it with the grinder or with the DA or none of that. And they did it over here too. You can see it. Hopefully they just brushed it, but that sucks. Hopefully they just used a little brush to clean it. But yeah, the heads are warped, so I'm waiting on him, and then I'm gonna do mine, and then we're gonna put it all back together. So I'm gonna clean all these up while he's doing that, and then I'll show you guys once we're done. But if you guys don't have experience doing cylinder heads, this is one you guys might want to stay away from. This one is very, very tedious. The that back cat struggles. The front timing, you struggle. All this bright, I don't know what it's a housing. It's a housing for the water tube and the EGR. Yeah, it's a hassle. The radiator, you got to break it loose and scoot it all the way forward to pull the fan, this fan, so you have access to that cat, and there's more room to take the alternator out also. And the thing is that you got to remember how you're doing it, because when you're putting it back together, if you put the fan and you forget the alternator, you're going to be screwed. You got to take it all off again. So you got to reverse everything back exactly how you take it off. We have all these cleaned up, ready to go. Clean the gallery, valley. Some people call them galleries. Well, it's a valley. I think I said a gallery earlier, but clean all that up. It's good to go. Then I grab the sandpaper and I sand the block. You don't have to hit it hard. You just really just scuffing it on top, so you get all the deck clean and smooth, especially around the pistons or the sleeves. Around the piston sleeves. Yeah, so they're all ready to go. One of the things I always recommend, it's the crank position, the knock sensor. I mean, this knock sensor, if you see, I noticed it when I was sanding it down. I hit it and this thing's wobbly. It never threw a check engine light for it, but still I'm gonna replace it because you guys see where it's at, and that is very tedious to, if I get a code, it's gonna be very tedious to try to get to it. So I always keep spare ones. I have spare ones, OEM, so I'm just gonna replace it, call it a day. All right, so we're gonna start going deep into the detail. You guys can see how it is. It's pretty filthy, but she did say she only used it for camping and hiking and whatnot, so it's pretty dirty. I've seen worse. This is not that bad. This is actually just, we're gonna vacuum it, and good thing she had the mats, because the mats, you can see how clean the floor, the carpet is. So yeah, engine wise, we are already done with it. We just cleaned the outside. He didn't give me a chance to record it before, but the wheels cleaned out really good. Hopefully you guys can see the before and after when I picked it up. You can see all this oxidation still, and that's not gonna come off probably on the third wash. This is the second time we wash it. The color is kind of
camouflages the dirt, so I know I can still see it. So I'll give it one more last wash, and we'll probably have to detail it. Polish it or buff it. We might have to buff it. We are gonna polish the headlights too. Yeah, and you can still see some oxidation here. It's full of it, especially. All right, after a little bit of more digging, I've decided to take off the seats just because there's a lot of food, snacks in there. And when I start finding food and snacks in there, I decided I'll rather just remove the seats, because you don't know that you can clean it as much as you want or you can't, but the smell is gonna be there, and this is not right, so I have to make it right. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the seats and get rid of the smell, and obviously get rid of everything that's under the seat, so there's no smell coming back. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, fellas, well, this is how I ended up after hours of cleaning and cleaning. It turned out pretty nice. And it's idling now, and idles smooth. Ready to take some pictures, post it up, see what we get for it. I'm gonna probably post it for 36, 37, see how much I get out of it. And that's another flipper, another car that was gonna be junk, nobody wanted it.